Pillars of Eternity 1 Complete Edition Guide. Companion Devil of Caroc build. From level 1 to level 16. This build was made to work on Pot of the Damned difficulty, and if it works on the hardest difficulty available, it will work on all other difficulties as well. Let's not waste time, and let's go. First of all, let's speak a bit about Rogue and Devil of Caroc. Devil of Caroc is a robotic companion, and she is very specific and unique in the game. A rogue means an assassin. In this case, we're gonna dual wield Devil of Caroc. She is very proficient in stealth, sneak attacks. That's what a rogue is, after all. Let's begin with leveling Devil of Caroc. On level 2, what we want is maxing out stealth, and stealth only until the very end of the game. So stealth for Devil of Caroc, and now, very simple, we're taking backstab, 150% increased melee damage. Of course, you need to be in stealth or invisible. Rogue provides a lot of that, so this is huge damage boost. On level 3, we're sticking with stealth, we say next. And here, for the first rogue ability, we're gonna take passive Dirty Fighting, where she converts hits to crits. You wanna crit with rogue as much as possible. On level 4, we're sticking with stealth. And for the talent, we immediately modify Dirty Fighting with Vicious Fighting for extra chance to hit, or better to say to crit. On level 5, sticking with stealth, we say next. And for the rogue ability, we're gonna take Deep Wounds, raw damage over time whenever you hit, and rogues, literally they don't miss. So it's non-stop raw damage over time. For level 6, we're sticking with stealth. And this is very easy on a rogue, shadowing beyond, invisibility, and then once you strike enemy from invisibility, you hurt like crazy. So shadowing beyond is the talent that we want to take. On level 7, we're going with stealth. And for the rogue ability now, we're gonna take a riposte. Okay, she can riposte when defending and deal tremendous amount of damage, including her own base attacks. Now she has riposte attacks. On level 8, as far as skills go, we're gonna give her a bit of athletics for the second wind now. And now, for the next talent, we're going into offensive talents. We take weapon focus on Noble, because we're gonna use dagger and a mace on the rogue. Okay, so Devil of Caroc will now receive extreme amount of accuracy. For level 9, we're putting 1 point into survival, so we have that damage reduction, and the rest goes into athletics for extra second wind. For the rogue ability now, we're taking finishing blow, huge amount of single target damage. On level 10, we're going 1 point into athletics, and now we keep the points and we max out stealth. For the talents, we go into offensive and we're taking 2 weapon style, because we are dual wielding, and this provides 20% attack speed. On level 11, we're keeping the points for stealth, we say next. And for the rogue ability now, we're taking dead blows. You're gonna rely a lot on companions to debuff enemies, so dead blows can trigger, but once they trigger, it's really good and extremely high amount of damage. On level 12, we're taking stealth. And for the talent, we need a bit of defense on a rogue so she doesn't die, so we're gonna go with superior deflection. Now, on level 13, we're sticking with stealth, and this is the time when we're gonna take Shadow Step. Shadow Step teleports you straight to enemy and allows you to burst them out. Extremely good ability on a melee rogue. On level 14, we're keeping the points. For level 15, we're saying next. And now, we're gonna give rogue Cautious Attack. The reason is very simple. We want her to be tanky and flat. Decrease in attack speed is negated, okay, by dual wielding 20% attack speed, so cautious attack it is. On level 15, we're going with stealth, we say next. And for the final rogue ability, we're gonna take Fearsome Strike. On level 16 now, we're maxing out athletics, get 1 point into lore and 1 point into mechanics, and we finish with skills. The final thing now that we're gonna take on a rogue would be a savage attack. Less accuracy, but accuracy is so freaking high. On a rogue you can easily sacrifice accuracy to get increased melee damage 20% with a savage attack. How do we play Devil of Caroc? The first thing is, once the fight is rough, we wanna play with cautious attack when only one enemy remains, or a boss. Okay, so lower amount of enemies. Then we're gonna switch to savage attack and attack enemies with even more power. Okay, at the start of combat you usually wanna open up with the cautious attack. The next thing that you wanna do at the start of combat is of course always sneaking, so you hit an enemy while sneaking. You can hit them with the fearsome strike for the debuffs. You can hit them with a finishing blow because it deals insane amount of damage. Then you go into invisibility mode again, and again you hit them with a finishing blow or a blinding strike, and then you can use basic attacks. That's about it with rogue. You go in, hit, and get out, and repeat until enemies die. You gotta keep rogue safe with your cleric, or better to say with your priest, with reds. Rogues are extremely squishy. This is a bit tankier build on a rogue, and you're gonna be fine like this. Now, speaking about being squishy and itemization, Devil of Caroc cannot wear armors, same like Pallegina cannot wear any helmets. So she's got her own Devil of Caroc's body that you're gonna need to upgrade to maximum, okay? And this is how it's supposed to look like. As far as helmet goes, we're playing with ultimate hat of Alluring Perfection. As far as the cape goes, the cloak, we have Rufex Watchful Cloak for extra perception. For the gloves, we take Killer's Work, 10 to finishing blow damage on a rogue. For the rings, we have Ring of Changing Heart, which grants Dominate, where you can dominate enemies, and it also gives +3 to resolve, and the other ring is Flare Up, Fortitude, Reflex, and Will. For boots, we have Rogue Boots that give Flare Up Stealth, and for the belt, Riona's Buckle that gives accuracy when below 50% endurance, as well as some extra defenses against disease and poison, and this is how Devil of Caroc should look like. Now, what about items? Best items in the game, and definitely the only items that you should use on a melee rogue, are these two: Night Shroud and the Unlabored Blade. Night Shroud is extremely good soulbound item, mace, while the Unlabored Blade is definitely the best weapon, not as soulbound, but the best weapon in the game. It's one of the very few mythic weapons that exists, and she, or better to say Devil of Caroc, will hurt like hell with the Unlabored Blade once you scale it all the way up. Although this is extremely hard weapon to scale up. As I said, very good accuracy, you won't miss with Devil of Caroc, but you gotta have one thing in mind. Rogue goes into the fight absolutely last. So you go in with the Dare as a tank, then with your main if you play as a Barbarian or a Paladin, then you go with Pallegina, then with everyone else, okay? And then comes the Rogue to clean everything up with finishing blows and invisibility. That's how you're supposed to play Rogue. You gotta sneak. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.